This show is brought to you by IslamicMusicHub.com, Nasheed reviews, prayer maps, and more.
Hi brothers, my name is Marwan Hamid, 45 years old from Gaza Strip. I'm writing this to get any aid to support my family and parents. My family consists of my father and mother, wife and 4 children. We are now really exhausted and injured from the war and the siege on Gaza. We have exceeded 4 months actually under continuous strike. I was displaced 3 times from different cities. My home was totally destroyed, with also my beautiful garden. My aim is to have a good money by your hands or help to evacuate my family or rebuild my home again and get a bit better future for my family. Thanks a lot.
Assalamu alaikum, it's Faisal from IslamicMusicHub.com. So you just heard from Marwan, his story about why he's trying to flee Gaza. So let's go through his GoFundMe page. So the page is called Help Us Rebuild a Future for Our Kids in Gaza. And the page reads as follows. Hi, my name is Marwan Ispita, 45 years old from the Gaza Strip. I'm writing this to get any aid to support my family and help them, especially small children and parents. My family consists of my father and mother, wife and 4 children. We are now really exhausted and injured because of the war and the siege on Gaza. This is the 4th month under strike and continuous attack. Displaced 3 times, my house and beautiful garden are destroyed. Everything now in Gaza is rare and too costly for living, even the basics. Also, shortage of clean water and food. Destruction is everywhere and no infrastructure, electricity, drainage, telecommunication. Lately, my house has been completely destroyed in the Gaza Strip, and recently we moved to Rafah to live in a small tent. You can see a picture here of the house destroyed. Every single story that I've done so far, the house is destroyed. My wife is pregnant and requiring cure. I want to give a bright future to my unborn child and my 4 other kids who lived so far in 4 wars in their lifetimes. My aim is to have good cash to help my family survive, and if the war ends, to rebuild my house. But this is not a simple procedure, as per we are not working since the beginning of the war. Nobody is supporting us, and we are only waiting for God's mercy to survive and leave this country without losing anybody of our family. So please give us a hand to be saved from this violence and aggression. So I hope these videos are helping and helping to ensure that we see these people, we hear these people, and we know that they're genuine people and not scam accounts. If you can't give, one thing you can do is make dua. Now that sounds really passive, but it's not. Dua is an active form of action. It is. You have to believe that it's an active form of action. You're asking Allah to do something. So if we can make dua this Ramadan for these people, that will make a difference. And those who can give, just give £5, £10, whatever you can. I'm uploading 1 story per day during the month of Ramadan, and hopefully that will help. The people of Palestine are some of the nicest people I've ever met. Not just in this outreach that I'm doing, but when I went and visited the West Bank in Jerusalem, I've got stories to share. Like, for example, when we went to Jericho, we went with our taxi driver and we asked him to take us to a date shop. So he took us to this date shop and we bought 2 boxes of dates in Jericho. And then the shopkeeper turns to the taxi driver and says, "You know what? Thank you for bringing them. I've not seen you for a while. Have 2 free boxes of dates." And then they were doing this thing like, "Have the dates. No, 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 no. Have the dates. No, 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 no." And then our taxi driver eventually took the dates. And then when we came out of the shop, he gave them to us. He said, "Oh, it's fine. You guys can have them." So we ended up with like 4 boxes of dates. So that's just a really small example, but it's what we were seeing all over Palestine when we went. And, the Arabs also living in Jerusalem with Israeli citizenship as well. All really kind people are really going out of their way to help us, and it seems the same in Gaza. I've spoken to a lot of people now through this Stories from Gaza series. I've reached out to a lot of people, and they are really friendly people despite what they're going through. So let's all try and donate as much as we can.
This recording was brought to you by IslamicMusicHub.com.